Live from the Bronco Barn in Edmond, Oklahoma, this is Bronco Hockey Live. I am James Chalbert, and as always, with the great Curtis Johnson. Curtis, excited about another night of rivalry hockey in Edmond?
Absolutely, James. I'm looking forward to it. Had a good game last night. Looking hopefully to see maybe a little more competitive between both teams. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, our first broadcast of an away game, but it feels more like a home game because we are back at the Bronco Barn. I guess we'll allow this sign to be hung across the Bronco Barn sign in front of us.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we have to like it, though.
For the night. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens tonight. Last night, a 4-0 game for the Broncos as they controlled really the entire second and third period.
Yeah, they were really good, James. I think that OU got off to the start that they wanted. They had a couple chances on the power play, weren't able to convert, and then from then the Broncos took over, limited OU to no shots in the second, and then really sort of just finished them off in the third. Professional second and third period. Looking for the Broncos to have a full 60 and not even give OU a sniff tonight. So.
Yeah, absolutely. As the Sooners take the ice, it's going to be a little bit of a different look. The teams are going to keep the same benches that they have kept both nights.
Yep.
Only difference, Sooners will be wearing white, Broncos will be in their road blues, and the Sooners will get the last change.
And it's a home game for the Sooners, but they're getting booed as they come out.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a prototypical UCO crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely way more Bronco fans in the house tonight. So excited, but Curtis, what are your three keys to the game before we get ready to do lineups?
I think first couple things is just stay disciplined, right? It's a rivalry game, so keep your emotions in check. I think the Broncos did a good job of that last night. They had 7 power play opportunities. I think they only gave 3 to OU, so I think I want to see more of that tonight. Number 2 is just taking away what OU is good at, which is sort of their transition game, if you will. OU likes to kind of gobble it up in the middle and then look to hit on the counter. So if the Broncos are able to create offense in the offensive zone, generating that forecheck that they've been known for, not giving OU a lot. And then I think probably the third thing is just just get pucks on net. I think last night Culberson Bond played really, really, really well.
Yeah.
But maybe that was an anomaly. Maybe it was hey, he's playing pretty good. But if you got that good of an effort last night, maybe you won't get the same sort of goaltending performance tonight from him. So put pucks on net if you're a Bronco.
Yeah, absolutely.
And see if he's going to put in the same sort of performance he did last night.
While keeping the fans in it. You want the Bronco Nation to stay in it and keep that same excitement going. Let's talk starters. We'll start with the home Sooners. Starting at left defense, number 24, Cameron Bickford. At right defense, number 10, Tristan Bonifay. At left wing, number 11, Tristan Payne. At center, number 8, Bailey Prouty. And at right wing, number 71, Declane Martin. For your Broncos tonight, your starters, number 13, Austin Simpson with Sam Sykes. Number 12 and number 91, Zach Guerra. A line that has produced for the Broncos like crazy.
Yeah, they really have. They really stand out as the top line, James.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting at D is going to be number 6, J.C. Dubecki, with Tristan Wells, number 8. Wells making that transition back to defense tonight. Yep. He was a forward last night. They're going to move Michael Morera into that extra forward. And then starting in net for the Broncos will be number 1, Dougie Fresh, Wakeland. Dougie's been absolutely unreal for the Broncos, and what a great addition he was end of last season and then for this season as well.
Yeah, a couple lineup changes to touch on too, James, before we really get going. Morera, like you said, is going to slide into that extra forward spot. Fraser McMahon is going to take the place of Mondi up on that fourth line. Mm-hmm. Maybe add a little more juice.
Yeah.
And then Wells is going to take the place of Jack Taylor, who is out tonight. So Wells sliding into the play with Dubecki, so they slide Shura back to partner alongside Bombardier tonight.
Yeah. I love seeing McMahon back in the lineup. He's been battling and trying to get back into the lineup, and just a good grinder, blue-collar player who just really thrives for the Broncos.
He's a senior, too. He knows what it takes, right? So he adds some of that veteran leadership, too, to the group to make sure that, especially in a game like this, that people are keeping their heads and we're all pulling in the same direction.
Yeah, we'll go to the national anthem and be back momentarily. So rivalry hockey on Saturday night in Edmond, Oklahoma. Your Broncos and the Sooners look to battle. And I think it's what we said earlier. You know, we want to see
competitive game.
A competitive game. I think, you know, thinking back on last night's game, in the history that we've seen of the programs, you know, over the years, didn't seem to have that grit to it that maybe we've seen in the past years.
Yeah, it didn't seem to have the same competitive fire. It didn't kind of seem to have the juice.
Yeah.
Fans really only got into it when there was a hit.
Yeah.
Normally the fans are up for it. There's, you know, a little more trash talking. There's just a little more edge, I guess is the word I'm looking for, James.
Yeah.
This last night didn't seem to really have it.
Right.
And maybe that was the nature of the lopsided score a little bit, and just UCO for large part somewhat dominating. So let's see if the Broncos can do that tonight again.
Sykes able to win this one back to Dubecki. He'll send it deep. To it is Bickford. Bickford challenged by Guerra. Guerra and Sykes in the mix with Payne. Guerra able to send this one out. Dubecki sends it back in for the Broncos. With it is Simpson. Simpson sends a quick shot. That's blockered away by Culbertson Bond. Guerra rims this one around. That's missed by Bickford. On it, Simpson. Simpson and Guerra able to gather. Wells will chip it off the glass and in. Sykes tries to punch it through. He'll get it through and take it to that backhand. Quick cut for Sykes as he does battle with Bickford. Guerra in the mix. He'll battle with Bonifay. This one comes out. Picked up by Prouty. Prouty sends it back, and the Broncos take over at center. Dubecki sends it in deep again. That's gloved by Bickford. Bickford will go D to D. And this one will get sent up and almost comes up to us.
Hoping for one.
I think we would have gotten that if it would have kind of popped past the signage in front of us. Those amazing championship banners that the Broncos have.
I was going to say, not the signage, the championship banners.
This one comes back to Fry. Now Swearingen. Swearingen tries to send it forward. That's broken up by Mikhailov. Taken over by Glass. He'll send it in deep. Picked up by Burton. Burton cuts back fast. Sent out. Quick shot by Secord. This comes all the way out to Blaha. Blaha sends it forward for Eha. Eha able to gain the zone for the Broncos. That gets lost in Fry's feet. And Blaha able to pump it out. This comes up to Burton. And we're going to have a A hooking call.
This is going to be on Blaha for a hook. It's either Blaha or Mikhailov is going to go.
So the Sooners will go on their first power play of the night, and it will be Blaha. 2 minutes for hooking.
Almost the same time as the Broncos took one last night, James.
Yeah.
Really early on in the game, they gave the Sooners a little bit of an early opportunity last night. Luckily, they were able to kill it off, but...
See that first power play unit come out for the Broncos. Sooners able to win this one back to Bickford. He'll send it to Blake. Taken over by Simpson. Simpson up the middle, sends it to Sykes. Sykes all alone, quick shot, that goes high. Now Bickford from the corner.
Sykes and Simpson, so dangerous, penalty killing.
This comes up to Payne. Sykes taken over by Blake for the Sooners. Now Glass, back to Bickford. That one goes just wide. Wakeland able to fight that first shot off. Now Blake to Glass. Back to Blake. Pressure from the Broncos. Quick shot missed by the Sooners' Secord. Sooners will reset and get that second power play unit out. 1:02 remaining in the penalty for the Broncos. 17:20 remaining in the period. Sooners trying to work their way out. Is taken over by Prouty. Prouty able to gain the zone. Looks, shoots. Wakeland able to fight off that first shot. Another shot coming from the top, and the Sooners strike first. That's Martin from the top.
Yeah, it's a kerfuffle in front. Puck gets loose. Wakeland gets knocked over. I think it's a Bronco player that knocks one of the Sooners into the net. Wakeland unable to sort of field the position.
Yeah.
And Martin picks low blocker side, but as I was saying in the open, gave them the chance last night in the power play they weren't able to convert, but they do tonight. Take an early 1-0 lead.
So with that, the Broncos, Redmond steps in for the draw. Taken over by Fry. He sends it in deep. That comes out to Kraus. He'll battle down low with Hollander. This one taken over by McMahon. McMahon able to gain the zone for the Sooners, or for the Broncos. Quick shot. That goes wide. Able to hold the line was Redmond. Redmond sends it in deep for the Broncos. That's picked up by Bassett. Burton able to counter. Fry for the Sooners. To Swearingen, to Bassett, back to Swearingen. Pressuring was Moyer. Sooners trying to work their way out. This one comes out to McKinley. Out to center, taken over by Moyer. Moyer tries to send it deep. That goes to Fry, and the Sooners will start from their own end. Tivers sends that out. Ill-advised, and it'll get picked up by the Sooners. Fry. They'll gain the zone. Pressuring is Bombardier. Moyer, now Tivers. Tivers to Moyer. Moyer able to pick up his own pass. He chips it forward. That's picked up by the Sooners' Bickford. Pressuring is Scrow. Quick pass across the middle. Almost taken over by Moyer. Secord takes a hit with Moyer, and his stick will break, so he'll jump off. Broncos able to get a change here. Mikhailov trying to gain the zone. Dubecki. He'll send it in deep. That's picked up by Reyes. He's met by Tivers. This one out in front. Quick shot by Blaha. Now Wells. Wells tries to send that. It goes wide of Tivers. And we'll have a hand pass on the Broncos.
Oh, Blaha with a good chance there. James in the slot. Nice save there, Culberson Bond, as he's done a couple times. Really good chance there. He finds a little pocket of open space in the slot. It's a pretty good look.
15:08 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal, 3-3. A 1-0 hockey game. Eha wins this one back to Blaha. Blaha will send it in deep for the Broncos. And Culbertson Bond will cover up. Mikhailov right there.
This is more of what I was hoping for, James, yesterday. It's been a little bit more intense. Little extra juice.
A little extra jump.
Yeah, a little extra jump. Feeling.
Yeah. So Sykes and Bonifay step in for the draw. Sykes sends this one back for Simpson. That'll get pushed forward again. Simpson able to come up with it. Back to Wells. Wells, quick shot, down low. That gets picked up by the Sooners. Taken over by Fry, but Simpson able to hold the line. Wilson sends this one around. Picked up again by Simpson. He shoots, that gets kicked away. And ends up on top of the back of the net. And Culbertson Bond trying to get a cover again. With it is Sykes, back to Wells. Wells, quick shot, goes just wide. He was looking for that top shelf. Sykes with it now. Sykes holds, carries, wraps it around, and that gets covered up by Culbertson Bond, but another great opportunity for the Broncos.
Yeah, a couple good chances there. Guerra trying to muck it up behind the net. Comes out. Wells with a ripper. Has that blocker side labeled, but he's just fine-tuned it a little high. And then on the wraparound there, Sykes looking for the jam play. Culbertson Bond tight to the post, though, able to shut it down.
Eha in for the draw. That gets one back by the Sooners, and they'll send this one up and out of play. Like to see Eha get this one back and then get a quick shot. Mikhailov, Burton able to hold the line. Burton with it again, and we're going to have another penalty. It's going to be on Blaha, and it's going to be a boarding call.
Yeah, Blaha sort of blindsides him as he's coming out of the zone. I think he hits Sinclair. Sinclair doesn't really see him coming. He's got a little bit of a gap between him and the boards. He'll get the board. Not happy with it, but
yeah,
it's one of those ones where the player can't see it coming, right? That's when the ref's probably going to call it because he comes from kind of the blind side.
Mikhailov able to win this one, but Wakeland will cover it up quick.
It's been a better start here from the Sooners. Broncos not exactly out to the races here. Start this period.
So Mikhailov in with Payne again. He's able to win this one back to Bickford. Bickford sends it across for a one-timer, but no shot taken by Secord. Good pressure here from Scro, and he'll send it all the way. Bickford picks it up for the Sooners. He'll send it across for Blake. Blake tries to get it across for Payne. He tips it in. Broncos able to counter and send that one all the way down. Minute 30 remaining in the penalty to Blaha. 13:24 remaining in the period. Secord able to gain the zone. Glass with it now. He'll put on the brakes. Pressuring is Dubecki. Over to Blake. Picked up again by Glass. Looks up top for Bickford. Bickford with the shot. That gets blocked by Sykes. Sykes now on the forecheck with Blake. That's sent in by Secord. Broncos able to send that one all the way down. And the Sooners will start again. 52 seconds on that penalty remaining for the Broncos. Sinclair with it. Sends this one deep. That'll rim around. Dubecki able to gain it for the Broncos. Have a little bit of a kerfuffle over there in the corner, and Sooners able to come up with it momentarily. Dubecki, I believe Burton Shura trying to dig that one out. Simpson able to send it all the way.
Nice play there by Shura and Dubecki just to pin it. Simpson comes in late when he sees the puck. Able to send it to 200.
Yeah, McMahon sends this one out. That's picked up by Rebman. Rebman with it. He cuts back, tries to send it through, unable to do so. The Sooners will take over. Connor Fry gains the zone, takes the shot, and Wakeland covers.
Yeah, Wakeland out at top of the blue paint there. Fry, though, able to maneuver his way in and let's go pretty heavy shot.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Redmond there on the half wall, James, instead of just like throwing it sort of blindly as they're shorthanded. Just cycle it back to your D.
Yeah.
Reset it. You're shorthanded, just bring it back to the D, cut a little extra time, and send it to length the ice.
Yeah, Broncos now full strength. 11:57 remaining in the period. Bombardier with it for the Broncos. He'll send it up for McMahon. McMahon cross for Hemming. Hemming able to get that one deep and is able to win the foot race. Taking over for the Sooners is Bassett. Broken up by Wells. Wells
middle
sends it to Redmond, unable to connect. This one will go all the way down, no icing. Picked up by Bombardier. Bombardier to McMahon. He cuts to the middle, tries to send it across for Hemming, unable to connect. Sooners will send this one all the way back, and that'll go up and out of play.
Yeah, Hemming trying to split through the slot there. McMahon trying to backhand it to him, unable to hit him, and then the Sooners flip it up and out.
Yep. Face-off will come down to the Sooner zone. Shots on goal, 5-4 in favor of the Broncos, but the score, 1-0 Sooners. Quick shot from Tivers. Another quick shot and score! Moyer with a quick one. He goes top shelf and puts the Broncos back in this one.
Yeah, James, the puck gets recycled after they lose the face-off. UCL retrieves it after the shot on the rebound. It comes out, and Moyer gets lost in coverage. OU unable to pick him up, and he doesn't waste any time with it, doesn't dust it off. Comes out to him, and he just rifles it.
Yeah.
Before Culberson Bond can react to it. Nice goal, Moyer levels it at 1.
This one back. The Broncos will go D to D. That's Krause and Burton. Now Krause sends it across. Connects with Burton. He'll put on the brakes. Sends it across in front. Quick release from Skro. Just not able to get it off quick enough. And another opportunity.
He's feeling it.
Tivers. Back to Burton. Burton sends it deep for Moyer. Battling is Skro. Moyer now. Sends it up for Skro. Skro couldn't get the shot off. Another pass out in front. Tivers couldn't get the shot off. Tivers from the corner.
The goal was Skro to Moyer, and that one it's Moyer to Skro. Same place. Skro just unable to pull the trigger.
And I think we're going to see. Yeah, I think we're going to see both of them go.
This line was feeling it though. You might get an extra from Tivers on the slash there.
Yeah.
Oh, but man, Skro with a nice pass to Moyer to level it, and then Moyer returns the favor, and Skro just unable to connect. See if they give Tivers an extra here for a slash. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so Tivers will get an extra 2. He's going to get a rough and a slash. Reyes.
So we're going 5-on-4, I believe, and they'll get someone to serve as extra 2. 4-on-3? I thought it would be 5-on-4.
Interesting. Let him serve the 2 after the first 2 comes off, put the second 2 up. So Sykes in pain.
It's supposed to be 5-on-4 here.
Yeah, it should be 5-on-4, and another guy should be sitting the second.
Or they need someone to serve
the first one.
Yep.
Coach Rivera is trying to make all aware. Because wouldn't it be, we saw this a few weeks back where Tivers would serve the
He's got to sit all 4.
He's got to sit all 4. You have one guy in the box.
Right.
Who comes out
when the 2 expires.
And then he serves the other 2.
Correct. So they got to have someone to serve this other 2.
So it should be 5-on-4 here instead of 4-on-3.
Correct.
Because
That's always been explained to me.
Yeah, because that second 2 won't come off until another play, correct? Or until another whistle. Yikes.
Okay, we're going to do 4-on-3. All right. 4-on-3, but the Broncos do get 2 guys up on the bench, as it's supposed to be. Two in the box. They were just missing the guy in the box.
Right.
We got it sorted. From up here, we called that.
We did. Yeah.
Nailed it. Not our first game, I guess.
Apparently. Sooners trying to work the outside. This one comes across for Bickford. Able to fight that one off was Wakeland.
Got to take that seam away from the Broncos.
Yeah, Secord coming from the top. Now Bickford. Posted up in front is Glass.
You just got to leave him there. 4-on-3 rotating.
Now Payne with the shot. That gets deflected in front by the Broncos. Bickford back to Payne across. Believe that was Prouty.
Ooh.
And Payne able to hold the line. He'll send it across. Quick shot from Secord.
Get it out.
And
nice
able
play.
to come up with it is Sykes. Sykes able to gain the zone. Cuts to the middle. Misses one. Tries to put it through, and there's going to be a penalty.
It's going to be a hook. I think it's going to be a hook on Payne.
Yeah.
Sykes takes advantage of Payne being a forward playing D. We'll go 4-on-4. Nice move there by Sykes. Outside, inside.
Well, I think they're going to go 3-on-3.
Oh.
I think we're going to go 3-on-3 here.
Debacle. I like it.
Because of the way things set up.
And this is why I believe that they don't do it. You're supposed to go 5-on-4 so that you don't have the 3-on-3. But whatever. We're just a broadcaster. We're not referees.
Should pull up the rule book. Pull it out. Oh, Mikhailov steps in. That goes to Simpson. Back to Dubecki. Dubecki will send that wide. Mikhailov with it.
Backdoor.
Cycle. Sends it across for Simpson. Simpson back to Mikhailov with a shot that goes wide. Able to come up with it is Dubecki. Now Simpson. Simpson to Mikhailov. Mikhailov with a quick shot that's held onto by Culbertson Bond.
Yeah, Broncos controlling it. Puck retrieval. Trying to get Mikhailov into that spot to one-time it, as he often does.
So we'll have Sykes and Bombardier now come out.
Yeah, get the Sykes and Simpson
tandem.
Duo. Yep.
That's the matchup you want for those two guys.
Yep.
9 minutes remaining in this first period. This one back by Sykes, but the Sooners able to take over. This is Glass. Glass works his way down to the Broncos zone. Bombardier able to snuff that out. Now Simpson. That'll squeak out. Glass able to come up with it momentarily, but now Simpson will take over for the Broncos. He'll send it to Bombardier. Bombardier to Simpson. Simpson with speed. 2-on-1. Sends to Sykes. Sykes able to gain the zone. Look, shoots. Scores! And the Broncos go up 2-1 with 8:29 remaining in this first period.
It's an excellent play right there. That's why they're the dynamic duo. That's why Coach Rivera sends them out. It's the chemistry, right? You just know where the other guy's going to be. Nice play by Bombardier. He headmans to Simpson. Simpson makes the right pass. Finds a streaking Sykes. Strikes. Sykes able to beat him on the short side. Now they got to sort out the debacle of the penalties.
Exactly. And the Bronco fans doing what they do well.
Being loud.
Being loud.
It's a nice tuck, though, by Sykes. Looks like he's going to shoot it on the glove, and then just takes it right click to the backhand, and then
Yeah.
a little snapper, blocker side. He gets Culberson Bond kind of cheating off the post. We got Secord, Bickford, and
Dubecki
trying to sort out what's happening here.
Fun fact, Secord, the son of Al Secord, former Boston Bruin, had the opportunity to do a hockey camp with him this summer. His dad, at least. And what a story, what a guy. 80s, early 90s Bruin.
Before I was alive, Dan, sorry. Can't have much input.
Oh, bud, you were an 80s kid, weren't you?
No.
Were you a 90?
Until the 90s. I was born until 93.
Bud.
Don't make me that old.
Man.
I'm old, but not that old.
Holy. All right, well, that'll age me because I actually do remember when Secord played for the Bruins.
I don't.
He was in there with the Cam Neelys, I believe.
My first hockey memory that I can recall
is Ray Bourque's rookie year. Because he told me some good stories about Ray Bourque's rookie year there.
My first memory is 97 playoff run. The Oilers beat the Dallas Stars in Game 7.
Yeah.
And it's actually a fun fact. My dad and I were driving to the hospital because my brother had just been born. And we were listening to it on the radio when he scored the Game 7 winner.
Oh, my God.
That's my first memory of hockey.
Oh, boy.
Todd Marchant streaking in. The number 8 Oilers upset the Stars that would win the Cup 2 years later. So
Broncos able to gain the zone. This is Burton. Burton tries to get a shot off, unable to do so. He'll battle. This comes back to Dubecki to Burton. Burton waits, misfires a little bit, and the Sooners, Blake, able to send this one all the way down to Wakeland. 8:03 remaining in the first period. 30 seconds remaining on the penalty to the Sooners. Dubecki, drop pass for Mikhailov. Mikhailov able to gain the zone. He'll work his way to the outside, tries to tuck it, and that gets... That rides the line there for a second, and Culbertson Bond able to hold it off.
Now Dubecki tried to tuck it not to the post, but tried to tuck it to the 5-hole, and he almost scored.
Dubecki gains the zone for the Broncos. He'll chip it around. Weird carom off the end boards. That's taken over by Swearingen, and he'll send it all the way down.
Did that hit a piece of the boards? Or did that hit the ref?
I thought it hit the piece of the boards. It looked like
That's
it
weird.
caromed weird.
Yeah, like it hit off like where the two pieces of the boards meet. There's no door down there.
No, there isn't.
Weird.
Which we saw that happening last night quite a bit.
Corner over there.
Quick pass, and Reyes able to send it in deep for the Sooners. That one gets sent down in front. Quick block. McMahon able to send it. This is Hemming. Hemming gains the zone for the Broncos. McMahon able to challenge, and Culbertson Bond will cover up.
I really like the look of McMahon and Hemming this period. They've been jumping, getting after it. Been a couple plays where they just chip it to the far side or chip it in behind, and they're the first ones to go get it. McMahon's done it a couple times where Hemming has retrieved it. This time Hemming chips it in, and McMahon's the first one to it. This line able to generate stuff when they do that.
So Rebman will step in with Bassett. Bassett will get a warning on the faceoff. It's taken over by Bickford. Hemming able to send this one around. Bickford takes over again. That's picked up by McKinley. With it was Bombardier momentarily. To it is Shura. Shura sends that forward for McMahon. That came from Rebman. McMahon will send it in deep for the Broncos. Rebman with pressure. Coming up with it for the Sooners is Bickford. Bickford we saw a lot last night. I think we'll see that again tonight.
Yeah, the captain.
Yeah.
The Sooners from the Dallas area. Really steady player.
Yeah.
Coach's dream, right-handed defenseman. And a really good one at that.
Broncos
hard to come by.
Broncos able to get Iha, Mikhailov, and Blaha out there. This will come back to Kraus. Quick shot in front. That's gloved by Culbertson Bond.
Nice shot there by Kraus.
Yeah.
Kind of a moving screen there from Iha, which can be tough as a goalie. Iha doesn't just stand in front. He's like moving through, so as a goalie, it's hard to pick up because the puck is coming through, and as that screen sort of moves out of the way, you can sometimes lose sight of it, but he's able to track it in.
Iha able to send this one back for Kraus. Kraus shoots. Mikhailov tries to get it off the backhand. Mikhailov with it again, cuts to the middle, quick shot! That gets ricocheted off the shoulder of Culbertson Bond. Now battling is Blaha. This is picked up by Burton. Burton sends it in deep. Picked up by the Sooners. This is Secord. Secord carries through. He sends it. That's Kraus, though. To Iha, to Mikhailov with the shot. That gets deflected. Blaha with a shot. He'll send it back for Burton. Burton, quick shot. Mikhailov, it's in his feet. Secord able to come up with it for the Sooners. And Blaha with a beauty of a pass to himself. Quick shot from the Broncos again, and that's covered by Culbertson Bond.
Nice retrieval there from Blaha.
Yeah.
Hard on that back pressure there, able to create the turnover. This is what we want to see. Without taking penalties. This is what we came to see.
Yeah. And
the line was buzzing, though. Buzzing again, right?
Yeah, Blaha gets that quick deflection, able to get the pass between the legs.
Yep.
And then shoots it over.
And Mikhailov gets a couple cracks at it, too. This OU doing a pretty good job at containing the slot, containing the house.
So both benches getting a warning about the activities.
Come
after
on,
the
let
whistle.
him play. That's what we came to watch here. Come on.
So
it's a rivalry game. Let him go.
Tivers, this one comes back to Wells.
Another nice
from
shot there, Wells.
Dubecki.
Broncos able to get a lot of the low to high plays so far, James. Getting it back to the point and just getting pucks on net that way.
Yeah. Well, and we've seen that shift, right? So the Sooners got their first goal in the first 4 shots.
Yep. The Broncos
one
have taken over since
one
then.
shot since that goal for the Sooners. 16 shots for the Broncos. Sooners will send this one across. That's Martin. Wells will rim this one around for Moyer. Moyer sends it forward and deep. On it is Scrow. He'll battle with Reyes. Tivers now sends it out in front. That's picked off by Payne. Pressuring is Moyer. This one will come across. No icing. Dubecki able to pick it up. Martin in chase. Dubecki through the middle. Able to gain the zone. Sidesteps one. Sends it out in front. Moyer was looking for another. Wells with a quick shot. Deflection in front from Moyer and kicked away by Culbertson Bond. Glass from the corner. Pressuring is Moyer. Able to jump in is Scrow. And that's sent forward. Scrow able to come up with it for the Broncos. Now Tivers sends it across in front. That'll come back to Wells. He's able to hold the line. Quick shot. And that's held on to by Culbertson Bond. He'll pitch it out. That's picked up by Glass. He's met by Guerra. Now Guerra. Able to try and battle through. Holds off 2 Sooners. Simpson takes a quick shot. Broncos will slow this one down. This is Bombardier. Bombardier sends it forward for Guerra. Guerra chips it in. And we'll have an icing on the Broncos.
Guerra just needed one more step. Right call there from the official. Broncos have ratcheted it up here, though, James.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, they Sooners scored on their 3rd shot of the night, and since then only the 1 shot, or 2 shots since the goal. Broncos have taken control here. Really getting in on the forecheck. Good support plays.
Yeah.
Finishing their hits.
Sykes in for the draw. He's able to win this one. He'll Send it across for Simpson. Broncos able to hold the line. Drop pass. That's picked up by Guerra. Quick shot by Bombardier. Pressuring is Simpson. Secord with it. Simpson able to come up with it. Simpson carries around to the outside. Picked up by Shura. Tries to deflect it in front with Guerra. Now Sykes. Drop pass for Simpson. Simpson across for Bombardier. Bombardier quick shot. That goes off the hot glass.
Just pinch there by Shura. Keep that in.
Holland sends this one to Secord. 2:35 remaining in the period. Now Simpson. Tuck sends it out in front. Sooners able to get a stick on it and send it all the way down. It's picked up by Wakeland. He sends it forward for Bombardier. Bombardier through the middle. Able to gain the zone. His pocket's picked by Payne. McMahon able to come up with it for the Broncos. He'll chip this one forward. That's taken over by Wilson. But McMahon able to pick up again. McMahon gains the zone. Holds up. Tries to chip it out in
jump
front.
Tonight, hey, James?
Yeah.
It's really going.
Now Kraus. Payne takes over. Able to hold the line as Burton. Burton sends it across, trying to connect with Rebman. Unable to do so as Martin took over for the Sooners. Hemming sends this one back. That'll get picked up by Burton. He's pressured by Prouty. Picked up, though, by Hemming. Across for Kraus. Kraus will send it in deep for the Broncos. 1:35 remaining. A 2-1 hockey game for the Broncos. And that'll be a tip.
Yeah, off the plexi, so they're going to change.
Broncos are buzzing. After that first goal was scored.
Yeah, they weren't to start the game, but they have. Yeah, they flicked it on. Kind of, again, similar to last night. First sort of five, the Sooners had a couple chances, had that power play opportunity, and then tonight they score.
Right.
Since then, it's been all chose.
Eha able to win this one to Mikhailov. Wells steps up. That's taken over by Sinclair. Good pressure from Wells. This one gets sent all the way down, and we'll have an icing.
Yeah, wrong side of center.
So I think Sooners were wanting this to not be a call as Wakeland came out to go and play it. So the icing should have been waved off.
Astute observation.
Secord, now Glass. Blake, now Swearingen. 1:05 remaining in the period. This one comes to Secord. Wells sends it forward. Sinclair pops it down into the Broncos zone. Taken over again by Secord. He'll send it out for Dubecki. Dubecki with it. Dubecki chips that one deep. He'll go for a change. Blaha on it. Sends it across for Bombardier. Bombardier with a quick shot. That gets deflected in front. With it is Mikhailov. He'll send it up for Shura.
Eha got cleaned out in front.
Yeah.
Swearingen.
Up to the task is Culbertson Bond. Eha and Prouty.
With a yard sale. Heads up.
And that one goes up and out of play. That's the first one that's kind of came in this direction on the side.
Almost hit 7 people on its way out. Swearingen. Get a bit of a yard sale there with Eha, and then Eha gets cross-checked from behind. Bronco bench wanted a call there.
So 11 seconds remaining. Tivers and Scrow will battle. And that will do it. Little period. Number 1.
Yep.
So Scrow takes a little exception.
Prouty's going to go for 2 at the end of this thing. I think it's going to be Prouty. Slash, Ruff, Moyer doing what he does, getting in there. Well, sometimes he makes me laugh. He gets in there, gets them all riled up, and then he's the first guy out. He's
right.
Yep, they got a penalty.
Oh, gosh.
Caden Moyer. Never change, buddy. Never change.
Never change. Get down there, be greasy like the honey badger that you are.
Draws a penalty, and then he's just out of there.
Right?
I ain't sticking around. I got a penalty.
Well, at the end of one, it is 2-1. Broncos. Shots on goal at the end of the first period, 5 for the Sooners, 18 for the Broncos. Curtis, your thoughts?
Well, I think that UCO didn't come out with the start that they wanted, giving up an early power play goal, but then that power play goal woke them up, right? Thinking last night, 4-0, it's going to be easy for us.
Right.
Woke them up, but, right, we got a game to play. And then after that the ice was tilted.
Yeah.
There's still spots down here in the UCO end that haven't been skated on. So
yeah.
I think if you're UCO, you're really happy with that period. You did lots of good things. Stayed out of the ruckus for the most part. And then they're going to get a power play heading into the period number 2. So I think more of the same from the Chosen. I think OU, just make it greasy. Just make it a nightmare game where it's a
battle.
Yeah, where it is a battle, and you're taking a player every time, and you're trying to maybe goad a UCO player into taking a penalty. So,
I like it. Well, that'll do it for period number 1. This is James Jalbert with Curtis Johnson. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. This is Bronco Hockey Live.
College hockey. It's more than just what school you play for. More than just another sweater you pull on. It's about focus, determination, strategy, and poise. It's more than just packed rinks and screaming fans. It's about heart, skill, and passion. In nearly 30 years of the ACHA, we don't just play the game of hockey. We are the game of hockey. Hundreds of elite players and coaches from some of the United States and Canada's most prestigious programs. The American Collegiate Hockey Association. More than just a game.
USA Hockey is the national governing body for the sport of ice hockey.
Every player has their own pathway. And I think that's one of the greatest things about USA Hockey and our structure is that we have everything from beginner to recreational to competitive to elite.
At the youngest ages, it's really building a passion to get out and play. At youth sports, kids need to have fun. What's fun for a kid at each age may be a little different. We try to provide age-appropriate, age-specific environment for the kids. In most sports, we don't use the same size equipment, we don't use the same size playing surface with adults that we would with kids that are 6, 7, 8 years of age. Instead of playing full ice 5-on-5 with kids 5 to 8 years old, we changed the rule to play cross ice. So we changed the playing surface. For us, it was downscaling things to fit the athlete, but yet still provide an environment where they have to make decisions. We felt strongly that kids would touch the puck more, there would be more repetition, more opportunity to score goals, more play for them that resembled what real hockey is for elite players. For us in the youth hockey department, it's about healthy people, healthy kids, a good culture and a good community through the sport of hockey. We want kids to leave the ice rink every single time saying, Mom, Dad, when's the next time I get to come back?
Are you interested in public health, occupational safety, kinesiology, health or wellness?
Do you want to be comprehensively prepared to teach in the classroom, trained in speech-language pathology, family life education, or psychology?
Find all of that and more under one college.
It's the College of Education and Professional Studies here at the University of Central Oklahoma.
We're students pursuing our degrees in one of the college's programs.
This is really the place to be to get the most advanced training and preparation. Transformative learning is central to all of our programs. That means the lessons go beyond the classroom. You'll be exposed to new experiences, whether it's preparing you to teach in the classroom, conducting hands-on research, or being part of a study tour or international conference. What you learn, you'll put into action.
UCO is a metropolitan university with a mission to meet the needs of area communities. The College of Education and Professional Studies offers dozens of programs that support diverse learners. Graduate programs blend in-person classes and online courses. Students can access these particular programs 100% online. At UCO, you'll find small class sizes. This allows for a very personal learning environment. Connect and collaborate with classmates. Build relationships with faculty. Our professors are committed to teaching and to students.
We don't have to go far to get real-world experience. The College of Education and Professional Studies has on-campus clinics. Those clinics are a resource for the community while giving UCO students hands-on learning. The clinics include reading, the Child Study Center, the Center for Active Living and Learning, and more. We've given you just a snapshot.
Explore more online, or even better, come on campus and see for yourself.
Join us. Experience the College of Education and Professional Studies at the University of Central Oklahoma.
My MBA has helped me in my career path and my success. It makes you more marketable. It certainly will create career opportunities that you would not otherwise have. It's a metropolitan university that is really a part of Oklahoma City. There's just a vibrancy and a soul. My successes in my career are directly related to my educational experience at UCO.
And we're back live from live from the Bronco Barn in Edmond, Oklahoma. This is James Jalbert with Curtis Johnson for period number 2, as we, I think, are continuing to figure out the penalty situation at the end of the second. And it looks like Secord is going to sit for 2.
I thought it was going to be Prouty, James, at the end.
Yeah. So
either way, there was our kerfuffle.
Yep. Secord's going to sit for 2. And the Broncos will start this second period on the power play. Curtis, what are your thoughts coming into the second?
I just want to see more of the same stuff from the Broncos. Just close it off. Don't give them any life.
Yeah.
Finish it off.
Just finish it.
Just squeeze them.
Just finish it.
Finish them.
Well, another fun night in the broadcast booth. If anything, you get some good humor up here with us, right? Or at least from the great Curtis Johnson a little
There
humor.
you go.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to just wait for the freeze here.
Yeah.
Let the ice freeze a little bit. Oh, the fans can listen to me ramble a little bit.
Yeah.
The Bruins again. Gross.
Bruins still undefeated at home.
Gross.
With a 5-1 victory over the Avs. I'm a happy guy, bud.
Yeah.
And that will be a taking over of first place in the NHL as well, because they've been going back and forth with the Devils. The Devils had a 1-point lead.
And Vegas, they're around there too, hanging out.
Vegas is
Top
hanging out
Pacific.
somewhere, yeah.
Oilers got a win over the Canadiens, 5-3.
Oh, well, hey, you know what? I like that. Any win against the Canadiens is a good win.
They're not very good, though. They're going to be a lottery pick. They're not threatening the playoffs at all. They are not good.
Being the Bruins fan that I am, though,
Yeah,
I want to
that's
see
fair.
those.
That's fair.
I want to see them win or lose no matter what. This one's Yeehaw to Bombardier as we start this second period. Sykes able to gain the zone for the Broncos. Bickford snuffed that one out momentarily. He'll come back to Bombardier. He'll tap it down and send it to Yeehaw. He'll get a quick chip in. Guerra off to the races. Kept in by the Broncos. That's Simpson to Sykes to Bombardier to Sykes. Down low to Simpson. Tries to jam it home. That was Yeehaw trying to jam it there. Bombardier to Yeehaw. Yeehaw, quick shot that's gloved by Culbertson Bond.
Yeah, Yeehaw on that jam play almost drives it home, just sort of pushes the pile as Simpson tried to find him on the back door there. Simpson's so dangerous. He can walk that and then he can shoot it, or he can, as he does there, he just sort of holds it and looks for that kind of backdoor seam pass.
Sooners game momentarily. This one comes back. Quick shot by Yeehaw, blocked by Glass. Picked up by the Sooners and sent all the way down. That was sent by Fry. With it is Bombardier to Sykes. Sykes from the corner holds, sends it up to Bombardier. Bombardier gains the center, sends it to Simpson. Simpson to Bombardier. To Yeehaw, back to Bombardier. Over to Simpson. Back to Bombardier. He sends it across. That's kicked away by Culbertson Bond. Yeehaw will rim this one around for Simpson. He'll misfire. That's picked up by Glass, though. Able to knock it down is Simpson. Blaha was in for a little help on that. Now Simpson. Able to gain the zone.
Beat him.
Holds. Carries around, sends it up top for McMahon. He'll shoot quick. That gets deflected in front and goes just wide. This one held by Burton.
Behind you.
And Sooners send this one all the way down. They almost had Secord on a breakaway. Tivers will start from behind his own net.
Yeah, Burton dives to keep that in, and he's the last line of defense, so Secord out of the box just about has a breakaway.
So Mikhailov able to gain the zone. Blake, I believe that was Blake, took over. Burton to Dubecki. Sent deep. Redmond able to jump off as the Broncos were almost caught offside, or caught with an extra skater. Reyes out to Hollander.
Hit up. Nice.
Pressuring was McMahon.
There's McMahon again, James.
McKinley able to gain the zone. Quick shot blocked away by Dubecki.
Yeah, McMahon, he's been busy. He's been really jumping, laying hits when he can. Showing that extra jump.
Hollander with it for
again.
the Sooners. They'll send it in, chip it in deep. Wakeland comes out to play it, but Burton's able to take over for the Broncos. 16:50 remaining in the period. Burton through the middle. They'll start again as the Broncos set up, and holding on is Culbertson Bond, and they'll drop it off to the side. And Fry will start it up again for the Sooners. Fry cuts it back. McMahon pressuring. Now Swearingen tries to send it out. Able to come back for the Broncos is Bombardier. To Hemming to Redmond. Redmond will chip it in deep for the Broncos. On it is Guerra. Guerra able to rim that around. That's taken over by Swearingen for the Sooners. Payne met by Shura. And that'll go up and out of play.
I just got a message from a Habs fan, James.
Oh, yeah?
The Bone Man.
Oh, Bone.
LeBlanc.
What a beauty.
The Habs stink, though, Bone.
Bone.
They are the worst.
Hey, Bone, come back and visit. I miss having Blancy here. Love to have some of the old boys back. Bombardier sends it for the Broncos. Simpson ducks right out of room. Guerra and Simpson.
Simpson throwing his weight around.
Now Bombardier able to rim this one around. That's picked up by Guerra. Guerra sends it out in front. Nobody there. That's taken over by the Sooners. Bickford.
Another one.
He's met by Simpson and Guerra.
Simpson.
Sykes. Forehand, backhand, tries to jam. And the net will come off. But, wow. So Sykes jumps out of the way, then takes it forehand, backhand, and tries to jam it. Culbertson Bond comes up with the save.
And Simpson, one of the smaller guys on the ice, though. Making his presence felt out there.
Yeah.
Two thunderous hits.
So Mikhailov will step in for the draw against Glass. Blaha was trying to swipe that one through. Reyes sends it across for Wilson. Blaha able to send it out in front. Sooners, though, taking over once again. Bickford sends that around. Have it, and then this one gets sent out of play. And held by Iha. Reyes across for Wilson. Secord able to get the tip, no ice. Dubecki will battle with Evitt. In the mix is Iha and Glass. Wells now tries to pop that one forward. Mikhailov able to get it out to center. Sooners send it back into the Broncos zone, but Dubecki able to take over. He gains the zone, gets the shot down, and holding on will be Culbertson Bond.
Broncos starting out as they continued off the end of the first period, James.
Yeah.
Shots on goal in the period, 5-1 in favor of the Chos. Just over 5 gone here. Continuing to pour it on. Going to make some of these opportunities count, though.
Yeah.
Still just a 1-goal game.
Tivers in for the draw. This one able to come back for Burton. Tivers chips it off the post. Swearingen and Moyer. Bassett. Now Fry. Scrow. Moyer in the mix. Scrow able to send it around for Tivers. He tries to chip it out in front. Fry does battle with Scrow. Now Tivers and Bassett. This one comes around up top. That's taken over by McKinley. He'll send it wide of Wakeland. Orton, this comes up to Moyer. Moyer hits Tivers. Tivers up the middle, takes it to the backhand shot. That goes just wide. Now Bickford. Will carry up the middle. Sends it across for Hollander. Broncos able to take over. This is Burton. Burton takes it to the outside. He's met by Secord, but able to get it into the Sooner zone. Pressuring is Redman. Now Moyer. Gaining was McMahon, and holding to the corner is Hemming. Sooners able to regain here with Sinclair. He's met by Burton, and Hemming able to send this one in deep.
Sooners putting the lines in a bit of a blender. Secord had a shift there on the forward
Payne,
line.
Payne able to gain here for the Sooners, but Shura able to snuff it out. Now Kraus. Kraus across for Hemming. He's met by Wilson. With it is Payne. Kraus pressuring. Payne will send it in deep. On it is Reyes, but in the mix was Redman, and that'll go up and out of play.
Nice little play there by the Sooners.
Yep.
Able to find Payne over here on this off wing. Stops up, but not a lot of support. He just sort of has to throw it to an open wing. But nice looking play, neutral zone, to get him out of trouble.
So Sykes and Prouty will step in for the faceoff. Sykes able to send this one to Bombardier. Bombardier sends it forward. That's picked up by Simpson. Simpson chips that one forward. He's met by Prouty, but Sykes able to come up with a quick shot. Loose puck. Opportunity, and Culberson Bond able to cover up once again. Another great opportunity for the Broncos as Sykes will step in with Prouty. Sykes sends this one back to Simpson. He'll circle. Send it across, shoots, and that gets deflected by Culbertson Bond. Now Sykes. Up top for Bombardier. Quick pass across for Shura. Shura sends this one down for Guerra, but Swearingen able to get to it and sends it all the way. Off to the races is Bombardier. Bombardier gets a quick pass over for Shura. He'll cycle it back for Bombardier. Bombardier sends this one forward for Guerra. Hollander able to gain it. Now Swearingen. That broken up by Shura. Guerra, quick pass through the legs. Quick shot, and he scores! And the Broncos go up 3-1 with a great shot from Guerra.
Yeah, it's an excellent play by Zach Guerra. Comes in over the line, like you said, pushes it to himself. Through the legs, little how's she doing? Cuts it to the center, and then he's able to pick his spot, high glove. Excellent individual effort there by Zach Guerra.
Yeah.
I think we got a delayed penalty, too, coming against OU. So I think the Broncos will head to the power play as well. Orsini, referee, is going to escort 91 Bassett into the box for a hook. So the Broncos get the double whammy, get the goal and a power play.
And the UCO faithful getting extra loud tonight as well. So the Broncos on the power play. Dubecki with it.
Nope. Didn't have the clock set. Reset it.
So Tivers in for the draw. Sooners able to gain. This is Reyes. He'll send it all the way down. Dubecki will start things up for the Broncos. Dubecki, drop pass for Mikhailov. Mikhailov able to cut to the middle.
Heads up.
Now Tivers. Tivers with a quick shot. That's blocked in front. Mikhailov with a shot. That goes just wide. Now Tivers again. Blaha will be able to pick it up for the Broncos. Burton to Blaha. Blaha waits, shoots. And that's held on to by Culbertson Bond.
Yeah, Mikhailov dances through a couple. Able to get a shot away. And then Reyes meets him in the high slot. Looks like Tivers a little shaken up.
Yeah, it took a bit of a hit after the play.
They'll put Simpson out in place of Tivers.
Mikhailov in for the draw. He'll line up with Prouty. And he'll get a warning. So Mikhailov sets again. Broncos able to gain it. This is Blaha back to Burton. Burton to Dubecki. Back to Burton. Cross ice. Broken up by Blake, but picked up again by Blaha. To Mikhailov, to Dubecki. Quick shot. Open in front. Now Dubecki again. To Burton, to Dubecki. Quick shot, that's blockered away. And that one goes up and out of play as Burton
hit it with the lob wedge.
Fry connected.
Nice play there by Dubecki as he walks the line, able to shoot it around the Sooner that come out to block it. And they get the double tip in front. Blaha just not able to get there on the rebound.
Yeah.
Or he might have had an open cage.
Right. So Sykes steps in with Glass. This is one back to Bombardier. Now Iha will work things up. Chip it around. That's picked up by Simpson. Simpson breaks his stick, sends it back for Bombardier. Mikhailov steps on. Sykes cuts, puts the brakes on, sends it back for Bombardier. Back to Sykes. Quick shot. That gets blockered away by Culbertson Bond. And Glass able to send this one all the way down to Wakeland. He'll leave it for Bombardier. 9:30 remaining in the period. 16 seconds remaining on the power play for the Broncos. This Sykes able to gain the zone. Sends it across for Iha. Iha. Sykes back to Iha. He'll shoot, and that'll go wide. Sooners full strength. Simpson with it. He'll chip it off the boards, and now Iha takes over at center. Tries to send it down in front. Broken up by Guerra. Beckford kicks it around. It's picked up by Kraus. Kraus chips it around. Burton able to pick it up. He'll send it across in front. Glass able to intercept. Now Burton chips it from his bum. Now Simpson out in front for Moyer, unable to connect. Now Scrow to Moyer. has Marrera with him. Moyer taken down, but he ends up taking Swearingen with him. Marrera from the corner. He'll battle with Prouty and Bickford. Skro in support. Skro able to come up with it, sends it out in front. Sooners able to intercept. This is Prouty. Now Kraus. He'll reverse and send it for Marrera. 7:55 remaining. Now Moyer. Gains some speed, drops it for Burton. Back up for Moyer. Intercepted momentarily and tipped by Prouty. But Skro able to send it back. Taken over again by the Sooners. Fry. Oof, he's met and sandwiched by Kraus and Burton. That was a big hit.
Yeah, they sort of goaded him into that one.
And Marrera has words with Fegan. Fegan and Marrera tied up.
They're grabbing each other on the...
Yeah, grabbing the face mask, trying to get him down, and Marrera able to get the takedown for the Broncos. And that'll do it. So Marrera is going to get sent as well. Fegan will go. Fegan and Marrera are done. So Marrera will go for the night. Fegan should be taking a little extra trip as well, and they'll be done.
Hopefully,
I believe that'll be for the night.
Hopefully Frey is okay.
Yeah,
he got sandwiched.
That was a big hit by Burton
and Kraus. They just sort of waited for him to chip the puck, and then they both converged like a
sandwich
wrecking ball.
Yeah.
Not really sure what they're going to call that. It wasn't a fight.
Yeah, a wrestle.
2 minutes for wrestling.
I think it's going to be more I don't know if that's going to turn into a DQ or...
I know you get a penalty for face mask, but I don't think you could get a game misconduct for a face mask. They just kind of grabbed each other's by the the cage there. If you're both of those players, you're probably angry that you didn't get your money's worth.
Right.
If you're going to get DQ'd, you might as well get after it. Not just wrestle each other down.
Yeah, it was a hug fest.
That would have been fun. Would have liked to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a hug fest. Oh, well.
Little extra rivalry love, right? But we're seeing a little more of that intensity that you would expect from this series.
Yeah, the hits are picked up a little bit. Again, it all started because of the human sandwich at the blue line. And then Marrera and Fegan get after it. Fegan was on the ice, correct?
I think so.
Had they quickly just changed and then he jumped on? I feel like
he was on.
Here. Sure, it will be just, double offsetting. Nobody should have a power play or anything, but...
So we wait.
Mikhailov gesturing that grabbed his cage, so... Dubecki going to come in and translate Russian.
You know what, though? A guy that just knows the game so well.
He can score goals.
Yeah.
Dubecki and Bickford having a bit of a laugh.
A bit of a laugh.
Hey, do you understand what's going on? Do you understand what he's asking?
Vito, we love you, bud.
We sure do. Heck of a hockey player.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable. So we'll get things figured out. I think what we're going to see is the game is going to progressively get more physical, even more so.
A little chippy.
Yeah.
I think that.
I mean, I remember
both
when you
referees have done a good job though at combating that. They gave both benches a warning, and
yeah. I remember a few years that you played just some pretty good brawls. I think it was one year there was the brawl when TC was coming out and got tripped up by some people during warm-ups or something like that.
Was that against OU?
Yeah.
I remember Torrey got in a fight against Missouri State.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
And I think it was TC. It might have been Henry.
I don't know.
Those years just kind of all
I don't remember.
flow together.
The only thing I remember is winning. That was it.
Winning championships.
That's it. It's a blur. Ask me a game. Ask me what happened in the game. I don't remember.
Well,
I remember nationals. That's
were
about
here,
it.
You were here for those 4 years.
Yeah, but then again,
the 15 have definitely flowed together. There were years that I thought that there were players playing for 7 years.
Yeah, sometimes some of the boys ask, and we get in a conversation about something that happened, and I have no idea. My memory of what happened when I played it's a joke. It's so bad. It's so bad.
But hey, you got 2 rings.
That is true.
There you go.
Yep, passenger. I was along for the ride.
Rings are rings, right? Oh, man. Well, we're going to go ahead and play some hockey. 7:28 remaining in the period.
No one in the box. They just sent both of them, and that'll be it. Even 5-on-5.
Yeah, there hasn't been an announcement of what the penalties were. This one comes back to Wells. Woo! Comes over to
Prouty looking to get a lick on Wells, and he whiffed.
Missed. Now McMahon drops for Hemming, sends it back down. That's picked up by Reyes. He's met by a couple of Broncos. Bickford now through the middle, sends it across for Payne. Tries to get it out in front, unable to do so. Quick shot, and the Sooners do strike.
Back to a one-hole game. Some loose coverage in front by the Chos. Nobody picking up. Martin coming in, and he's got 2. Just finds himself in a little quiet spot, high slot.
Yeah.
No one around him. Beats Wakeland. Broncos got to clean that up. 8 shots, 2 goals. Neither of which are Wakeland's fault. It's just loose coverage in front.
Yeah.
And Martin's found a quiet little area.
Not much he can do.
Yeah, both goals. Rebounds, no one around him.
So Sykes in for the draw. Sooners gain. Blake, Glass, now Simpson. To Shura. Shura sends that one out, and it's intercepted by Blake. He tries to send it out in front.
Broncos got to clean this up here. OU starting to feel a little bit. Back within 1.
Glass will battle with Shura. Picked up by Blake. Met by Shura as well. Now Glass. He'll cut back. And Broncos are going to have a penalty. That's going to be a penalty on Sykes. That shot well wide.
OU's feeling it here.
Yeah. Now Guerra able to gain, and the Broncos will go down.
This bench is feeling it here.
Yeah.
Broncos got to up this intensity. Sooners back within 1.
Assistant coach is just going. Pete jumps in. Hey, let's play our game.
Keep your composure. Composure. Yeah, Sooners now get a chance, James.
Yeah.
Tie this puppy back up.
So, Scro able to send this one out and off the glass. That'll come all the way back to Culbertson Bond. Bickford will start things up for the Sooners. He'll send this one across. Picked up by Secord. Sent in deep. Now Blake to Payne. Up for Secord to Bickford. Across for Blake. Down low for Glass. Burton gets tied up. Burton able to rim this one around. That's picked up by Bickford. Pressuring was Mikhailov. Now Skro off to the races. Skro, nobody on him at the moment. Goes to shoot, and that's going to be a penalty shot.
Come on.
Oh, come on now.
That was the one. He had the break.
That's a hard slash, and you're looking, because he's in the process of trying to take the shot, you're looking for that penalty shot.
Yeah, that should be a penalty shot. Come on, boys.
Wow.
Come on. Orsini, come on, man. It should be a penalty shot. The one we had yesterday was not a penalty shot. That is a penalty shot.
Yeah.
Clear on the breakaway. He's got at least a step and a half in front, and he's in the process of shooting.
When he gets slashed and his stick gets snapped. Yeah. That's a penalty shot everywhere else.
Except here.
Yeah. Wow.
Denying us some excitement.
Right? Simpson will step in for the draw. 4-on-4 hockey here. Guerra cuts down low. He'll go through Reyes. Reyes able to take over. Reyes sends that one through and on Wakeland, and he'll cover up. And we'll see a couple changes here. So Bombardier and Shura, your 2D with Simpson and Guerra, picked up by Shura. Shura to Bombardier. Loses that momentarily. Now Guerra to Shura, picked up by Simpson. Simpson able to gain the zone for the Broncos. Simpson takes it to the outside. Cuts behind the Sooner bench. Loses it momentarily. Now Bickford. Met by Guerra. Now Simpson, he gets tripped up. Jumping over him was Reyes. Now Bickford to Reyes. Reyes sends this one forward for Payne. That'll get sent in deep. Bombardier puts on the brakes. Prouty meets the wall. Mikhailov with it. Broncos full strength. 49 seconds of power play time. He's met at the blue line as the Sooners collapse on him. Sooners able to send this one all the way down. Wakeland will come out and play it. Now Dubecki. Dubecki works his way through the middle, sends it deep. Able to catch his own pass. He'll rim it around for Tivers. Tivers to Burton. Burton across from Mikhailov. He's unable to connect with a bouncing puck. Blake pressuring Mikhailov. Burton now met by Blake and Swearingen. Works his way past Glass. Tivers. Now Mikhailov to Dubecki. Back to Tivers. To Dubecki. Quick shot. Loose puck. Nobody down low.
Even.
And both teams full strength. This one sent all the way down. McKinley with it. He's able to break away. That's blocked. Kicked away by Wakeland. Picked again. Wakeland able to make two more saves. And the Broncos able to try and clean things up. But Wakeland with two huge saves for the Broncos.
Maybe like 4 or 5 big saves. Holy cow. McKinley gets 1, 2, 3 chances at it.
Yeah.
And then Wakeland on the rebound, it pops up and he paddles it away. Otherwise, that might have had eyes.
But it comes back to what you were saying. The Broncos are kind of loose in the D zone.
Yeah, Coach Rivera is going to take a timeout.
Yeah.
We're going to sort these guys out here. But yeah, they have been loose in the D zone. It's just too casual.
Yeah.
And the Sooners they've stepped it up a notch.
Yeah.
They smell it. It's 1-goal game. Again, like we talked about tons of times, it's a rivalry game. They're not just going to lay over and play dead.
Right.
They're here to win this thing. Right now, the Broncos got to figure it out.
Definitely not the cleanest hockey we've seen from the Broncos, for sure.
No, especially last 5-10 minutes or so, James.
Yeah.
They get the goal from a loose play in their own zone, just loose D zone coverage, and then right there, 1, 2, 3 shots, turnovers, pocket picked. Need to play harder in a D zone. Yeah, too casual, too easy right now for the Sooners.
Yeah.
And give them credit. You know, they haven't just rolled over and said, that we got beat 4-0 last night. No sense showing up tonight.
Right. Well, I mean, while they are 46 in the nation, they're looking to knock off a top 5 team.
Yeah, of course. That'll help their ranking.
Absolutely. This one sent to the middle. Hollander meets Shura. Bombardier now. Met by Bassett.
There's that intensity from the Sooners again.
Yep. Bombardier trying to jam it through. He's able to pop it out, but Reyes able to take over. Now Guerra. Chips it high off the glass. Bickford. Now Simpson. Sykes to Simpson. He sends it off the glass again. Bickford with some jump. Now Shura. He'll settle. Sends it to Guerra. Guerra. Cross for Sykes. Sykes meets Reyes. And is able to pop through. Simpson to Burton with a quick shot. That gets kicked away by Culbertson Bond. Now Simpson to Sykes. Pinching up is Shura. That's picked up by Guerra. Burton with a shot. That's deflected, but taken over by Guerra again. And he tries to get a pass off. Burton now with it. 1:23 remaining in the period. Now Kraus to Simpson. Across.
Nice
quick
pass.
shot. Score! And Sykes, or is that
Redmond?
Redmond gets another tonight and gets the Broncos going again. He snuck out, snuck behind, and pops it home. And it's a 3-2, it's a 4-2 hockey game.
Yeah, Redmond gets lost. Like you said, James, he was covering the point, and he gets lost in behind, and Simpson through the eye of a needle. What a pass through the seam. And Redmond doesn't dust it off, grab it, catch it, rip it.
And the Broncos needed that added jump. They needed that one to get back in this one. Redmond in with Blake. Sent in deep by Wells. Hemming will battle with Swearingen. Now Dubecki to McMahon. He'll send it forward. That's picked up by Secord. Secord to Swearingen. Pressuring is Hemming. And now Hemming through the middle. Picked up by McMahon. McMahon with a shot. That's kicked away. McMahon with it again. Another quick shot. And that gets covered up as well. But another great opportunity in front for Redmond.
Redmond's ruining the chance there. Nice play, nice puck retrieval there by McMahon. Finds Redmond in the slot. Doesn't waste any time again. Another catch it, shoot it.
Yeah.
Nice play. He's going over to McMahon saying, hey, nice pass. Need another one. This line's been pretty good tonight, James.
Yeah.
McMahon joining him up on this line.
So Secord will hold. McMahon tries to break the play up. Secord able to work his way down into the Broncos zone. That's broken up by Wells. He'll cut back, and that'll get knocked down by McMahon. McMahon with speed tries to break up the play. And Reyes will start again. Huge hit from Hemming. And the Broncos will get things going again. Wells gains the zone, takes it to the backhand. will meet Prouty. That's picked up by Redmond. He tries to wrap it around at the last second, and that's covered by Culbertson Bond. And that does it for two. Secord now with a little extra at the end of the period. Everybody tries to grab onto whoever they can. And I think we're going to wait and see what else happens. Wow.
Yeah, Broncos needed that goal though, James.
Yeah. That added
Take this
jump.
back to a two goal lead.
Yeah.
After they let their foot off the gas a little bit there in some of that second period. I don't think you're going to be very happy with that period. Yes.
No. Yeah, you still have the lead.
I guess you still got the lead, right? And you come away with same score, but not the best period of hockey that we've played this season.
Yeah, I think, like you said, look for the Broncos to tighten up in the D zone third period.
Yep.
Sooners are going to come out with a little extra jump in that third. And we'll see some more fun.
You want players sticking up for each other, and of course we love the added little, needle in here and there.
Yeah.
Just stay out of it if you can, right?
Right.
Not take the extra, or not, let it get out of hand.
Right.
But at the same time, it's
that rivalry, right?
Yeah.
It's that intense battle that happens every time these two teams meet up.
Right.
And stuff. And it's like we said, we didn't really see that last night. We're seeing it tonight.
We are.
So
looking forward to a good third.
Absolutely. As we head out, once again, this is James Schaubert with Curtis Johnson, Bronco Hockey Live.
Welcome to the University of Central Oklahoma. This is a wonderful place to learn, work, and grow. At UCO, you can feel at home, where we celebrate diversity, respect differences, and cultivate an environment that welcomes everyone. Join our faculty and staff who work to create a culture of inclusion, equity, and diversity.
My favorite thing about the University of Central Oklahoma is absolutely my students. Not only how engaged they are in class and how much agency and self-efficacy they possess, a real sense that their education is their responsibility, but also their sense that when they see something that needs to be addressed, they act on it. They don't wait to figure out if somebody else will handle it for them. They step into that gap. And I certainly would say that our students' awareness of social justice issues is miles beyond what I see from a lot of other students. My student body looks a lot like the people of Oklahoma City. It's not an exclusionary space. It's not a space where only one kind of person gets to come. I am president of the 2S LGBTQIA+ Faculty and Staff Association. When I interviewed here, one of the first things that I wanted to set up was meetings with people on campus who were doing advocacy work in queer and 2S LGBTQIA+ communities broadly. We have the center here. The center is such a valuable space for students, but also for faculty. Success Initiatives accomplish that. The Office of Diversity and Inclusion accomplishes that. And the center to create found family for those who need it. I want to be somewhere where what I do matters, and where the people that I'm working with, the students that I'm working with, have a sense that what we're doing matters.
I love working at the University of Central Oklahoma because to me it's a home. I feel like people will love working at UCO because of the sense of community and family. Also how diverse and how multicultural our university is. Para mí me encanta trabajar en la Universidad de UCO. Siento que es un privilegio estar aquí en esta universidad. Siento que mis compañeros de trabajo me hacen sentir como parte de esta gran familia que es la Universidad de UCO, y es un privilegio estar en esta universidad. I feel like this is really a family for me, an extended family, and I feel like working here has given me so many opportunities and so many challenges, but at the same time has given me so many good memories as well. And I feel like, my co-workers and the people that I work with every day are a blessing. I wear many hats around campus, but most importantly, I help a lot of organizations conduct their events. They're really big on diversity. They have a lot of programs and a lot of events that support that and that promote diversity. I help coordinate and run a lot of the video production and audio production. One of the biggest events that we do on campus is commencement. Commencement, we get to see thousands and hundreds of students graduate. For us and for my team, I believe it's very satisfactory to see all of the students and their families on that big important day. My job is very rewarding. I feel like everything that we do every day is so important. They believe in you, they entrust you with the power to make your own decisions on the job. Every day we do something different for the betterment of the student body and for the faculty and the staff.
Coming back to UCO, after completing my undergraduate degree, my master's degree here also at UCO, my time overseas living in Tokyo, Japan for a while, and then coming back here to UCO is like I've come back home in a way. My time teaching English as a second language in Japan was a good experience for me to understand what it was like to live in a different country. My experience at UCO was definitely, I think, the beginning that set the stage for me to even become open enough to consider the idea of going overseas. Now my work as the director for pre-college adult trio programs, I get the opportunity to work with lots of different populations and people from different walks of life. People are different, so you can't really just make any mold fit. You can't judge anybody. Just as people come to you, that's how they come, and you work with them in that way. I think so. It's community. It's kind of like home. Home's where you make it, and community is the same way. So creating a community and being around people who share some of the same ideas, and it's not always about how you look. Everybody don't have to look alike or act alike to be a part of the community, but share some, ideas together and like to learn different and new things and new opportunities. And I think being on a diverse college campus, it definitely gives the opportunity for that to happen. Because I definitely took full advantage of that.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car, something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like it even more than birthday cake.
We are one of the oldest institutions of higher learning in Oklahoma.
We're the first forensic science program of its kind in the state.
We are champions.
We are making school rock.
We are learning to tell stories that make a difference.
We are reaching new heights in the fine arts.
We are tomorrow's business innovators.
We are all this and more. We are Central.
Just how diverse it is. I come from an environment where I was pretty much going to the same school with people who just look like me, and I really didn't know what it really looked like to be in a very diverse environment, see different people from different backgrounds, different cultures. My major is psychology, and the experience here has just been so fun. First and foremost, I believe it's because my professors have all literally been either counselors or therapists or even wrote books on psychology and different things of that nature. And the vibe on campus is very, 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 very supportive. Everybody from different organizations, whether it's the Black Student Association, whether it's the Native American Student Association, everybody is very, very supportive. We're all coming to each other's events, no matter what fraternity, sorority, or different organization you're in, we're all very supportive here. Come to the University of Central Oklahoma. That's it.
Being an athlete is both physically and mentally challenging. Finding balance between hockey, school, nutrition, training, and social life can be difficult. That's why I talked to Dr. Bo Leaf. By meeting in person or virtually, Dr. Leaf helps me to prioritize my well-being so that I can be at the top of my game. Visit drboleaf.com to see how he can help maximize your performance.
And we're back for period number 3, live from the Bronco Barn in Edmond, Oklahoma. This is James Jalbert with Curtis Johnson. Curtis, as we get ready for the third period, what are your thoughts?
Well, I want to see just better from the Broncos.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, as simple as that. Doesn't have to be
last period.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just better. Better D-zone control. Better offensive pressure.
Yeah.
Get more shots on the net. Already up to 33 for the evening. I think last night were 44 total in the game, maybe, or 46, something like that.
Yeah. Well, and the Sooners sitting at 12 shots, 2 goals. And again, you can't blame Wakeland on those 2 goals.
No, neither one. Just gets lost.
Yeah.
Lost in coverage. Bad D-zone coverage from the Broncos. And Martin with 2 tucks. Yeah, but the Cho's up by 2. Ideally, you'd like to see him up by 8, but whatever.
Right. Cover that spread.
Yeah.
That helps you a little bit more.
Just they can be better.
Yeah.
In all facets. Energy, control. Wonder if anything came out of the brouhaha at the end.
I don't think so. I don't think anything came of that. We're going to skate 5 on a side, so.
Yep. All even. Let the ice freeze a little here.
Little extra water coming out of the Zam. Flooding a little heavy. Yeesh. You starting to think about your Papa J's player of the game for the night?
Yes, sir.
Attaboy.
Think about the quick look ahead too. A little recap of next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend's a big one as the Broncos head to North Dakota
to finish up the semester. Yep.
Facing off against Jamestown and Minot. Minot, of course, the #1 team in the nation.
Minot, of course, the team that the Broncos beat in 2 semifinals to win 2 national championships.
Yep.
Always a powerhouse.
So proud to be able to send this one in deep. Wells picks it up for the Broncos. Wells will chip this one forward. That's picked up by Sykes. Sykes cuts to the middle. Quick shot. Loose puck. And that gets sent off to the side by Culbertson Bond. Now Payne. He'll send that deep. Martin on it with Dubecki. Dubecki able to drop for Wells. Wells to Mikhailov. Mikhailov will try to send this one deep. He's able to get almost past Swearingen. Swearingen, though, heavy on the stick and able to muscle that one out, but that shot goes off the chest of Wakeland and pops right out in front.
Yeah, that's where the Sooners have scored both their goals from, off of rebounds. Wakeland unable to swallow that one up.
Iha and Sinclair step in for the draw. This one won over to Blaha. Blaha to Mikhailov. Swearingen picks it up for the Sooners. He sends it forward for Sinclair. Blaha able to meet it. Mikhailov to Burton. He tips it over to Kraus. Now Burton. Cross for Blaha. Blaha able to gain the zone. Quick shot. That goes wide. Now Kraus. Play broken up by the Sooners. This is Sinclair. Goes a little back and forth with Davison, and the Sooners caught offside.
Yeah, just a little over elaborate there from the Sooners. Prouty and Sinclair. Can't really decide who wants to cover it over the line, and then ends up going offside.
Tivers, Scro, and Moyer. Bassett steps in for the draw. Burton to Moyer. He'll chip it forward. That's picked up by Bassett. Bassett drops for Reyes. So we can lead to Reyes over to Wilson. Sent all the way down, no icing. Tivers chips this one around. Reyes takes the shot, that's deflected by the Broncos, and Wakeland able to send that one off to the side. Now Kraus. Sooners with some intensity here to start the third period. Moyer with it. He'll send it in deep. Reyes rims it around for McKinley. He'll drop a pass. That's taken over by Bombardier and sent in. McKinley now sends it deep for the Sooners. Wakeland rims it around for Bombardier. He'll send it back for Shura. Shura to Rebman. Rebman has a point tonight. Able to gain the zone, and the Broncos caught offside.
Yeah, Hemming just a step early there. Redmond had a little juice through the slot, through neutral ice there. Hemming just wanted to get that extra step. One step too many.
17-19 remaining in the third period. Sooners Glass able to send it in. It ricochets off the glove of Wakeland.
Like a changeup there. It kind of caught Wakeland off guard. It looked like a sort of maybe a sinker ball.
Hemming with it. Drops for Redmond. Redmond
slot
to Bombardier. He sends it through. Shura challenges Bickford. He'll get tangled up. Bickford.
Shura maybe got away with one there,
across.
James.
Yeah.
Maybe a holding on the defense there.
Dubecki to McMahon. A lot of loose lumber on the ice. McMahon able to get a shot. Culbertson Bond holds on.
A couple of trees left behind.
A couple twigs. Little lumber.
Not lumber anymore.
Not lumber anymore. Not going to age myself that much anymore. I think I've already aged myself enough. Oh, man. Sykes in for the draw for the Broncos. Secord sends this one around for Payne. This one will pop out to center and all the way down. And we'll have an icing on the Sooners.
It's okay if you age yourself. Even I used a wood twig in my day for like a year or two. And then the Easton Synergy came out, and whoo, hot dang.
Yeah, but Bud,
that changed the game.
I remember when the aluminum came out. When the Easton aluminum, the first one was released.
The Gretzky one?
The Gretzky one. My brother actually still has the Gretzky one.
Dang.
And I actually have a model after that I still have. Heavy as all get up.
I think the first one I had was one of them was a Easton Z bubble.
Yeah.
That was, I think, novice. Then their Synergy came out in Adam, and it was the first one piece. Oh, hot dang. What a twig.
Simpson sends that one through. That's kicked away by Culbertson Bond. As the Sooners send this one all the way down, Payne battles with Tivers. Picked up by Blaine. Quick shot. That goes wide. Now Swearingen. He'll throw it on net. That goes wide.
Nice tip there by Payne.
Sykes.
To redirects that thing home.
Sykes from behind his own net. Up to Dubecki. Dubecki sends that one deep. Sticked away by Culbertson Bond. Now Swearingen. Look, that's picked off by Burton. He'll send it in deep. The Broncos able to touch up in the process of a change. Mikhailov pressuring. Blaha comes in like a freight train. Now, Swearingen to Sinclair. Eha with it. And we're going to have a high sticking penalty coming up on the Broncos. Stick rode up, caught Davison right in the face, and the Broncos go on the penalty kill.
Yeah, Iha tried to come over the top there, but it sort of rode up into his hands and clipped him. Into the old bubble. So Sooners get a chance now to carve this back to a 1-goal hockey game.
In for the draw is Mikhailov. He battles with Payne. Payne wins this one back to Bickford. He goes over to Secord. Back to Bickford. To Blake. Now Kraus battling with Glass. That one will pop out and head all the way down to the Sooner zone. Pressuring is Skro. Skro does battle with Bickford. Now Glass. Burton pressuring. Looking to Bickford. Bickford to Secord. Across for Blake. Able to get a stick on that is Burton. This one gets rimmed around. Secord. Met by Sykes and Kraus. Picked off by Skro, and I wasn't sure if that one was going to get some elevation. You were ready for it. 58 seconds left in the penalty to the Broncos. 13:48 remaining in the period. 15-36 the shots as Sykes had some good pressure for the Broncos. Wakeland able to kick this one away. Now, Prouty. Dubecki able to fight that off. With it, Evitt, and Shura. Shura says, I'll take Prouty as well. Dubecki able to come up with it. 21 seconds remaining in the penalty. Now Shura puts on the brakes. He'll hold things up as he battles with Prouty.
Nice play there by Shura to just to pin it.
Yeah.
Waste precious seconds.
Simpson almost off to the races with that one. This one sent all the way down by Dubecki. Swearingen will pick things up for the Sooners. Reyes picked by Guerra. Tivers pocket picked, and the Sooners head back the other way. That was Hollander. Now Kraus. To Hemming. That deflected off of Burton. McKinley tries to gain the zone. He's able to jump out of the way. Now Kraus. He'll send this one up. And that'll get gloved by Wakeland. 12:16 remaining in the period. 4-2 hockey game as the Broncos lead. Shots on goal 17-36 in favor of your Broncos.
Sooners at this point, James, are just throwing everything that they can towards the net. Looking to see if maybe Wakeland will pop a rebound out or they can just create a garbage goal. Doing a pretty good job of that, though. Looking to generate stuff. Just doesn't matter where they shoot it from. They're just throwing it towards the net.
Bassett was in the draw for the Sooners. McKinley took the shot that went wide. Tivers able to gain the zone for the Broncos. This one sent all the way out by Bickford. And we'll have an icing. And that will come back. So
Linesman all over it, not letting it change. Hollander has to go back out. Now they got 6 on the ice. 4 has to stay, so they got to get Davidson off. 18. There he is. And look at that.
It's one way to try.
You can never hide.
You can never hide.
They'll find you.
This one back to Blaha, and Shura rocketed that one over to him. Now Iha to Mikhailov. Mikhailov tries to get that one through and scores! And that went off the shoulder of Culberson Bond.
Like a pinball machine. Mikhailov tries to hit Shura on the back door. I think it goes off 2 or 3 sticks. Culberson Bond doesn't really see it.
Yeah.
Hits him up on the shoulder and then dribbles in. I think it'll be Mikhailov's goal, but Blaha definitely came in there and tried to swat at it too to see if it may not have been totally over the net.
So 2-5. The score for your Broncos. OU now starting from their own end. Scro able to come up with it. That hits McMahon, and the Broncos caught offside. Apparently the battle of the horns. Dubecki to McMahon. McMahon will send this one in. Reyes starts it up for the Sooners. Taken over by Redman. From the corner was Wilson. Redman does battle with Blake. Wells able to take over. And we'll have a hand pass, I believe. It looks like Redman's going to get a penalty. Yeah, Redman's going to get a unsportsmanlike penalty with 10:59.
I think he got a misconduct. Yeah, so Redman will be
it's going to be
for 10.
So that'll have him coming out with 59
pretty
seconds.
much do his night. Not really sure what he said, to be honest.
Yeah. So the Sooners, Bickford with it. That gets sent forward. Wakeland to Dubecki. Dubecki gets snuffed out by Martin. Wills with it. And we're going to have a penalty behind the play.
Brody gave Guerra a little bit of a cross-check in the noggin.
Proudy's.
And then Guerra came back with a slash.
Wow.
I don't know. Just for a rough.
I think Hull telling the Sooner bench that it was a fist. But again, you come back to the initial.
Yeah, Proudy
that happened with that.
Was sort of tied up with Guerra. He kind of laid on him, I guess, if you will, or gave him a little extra, but they'll always get the retaliation.
Retaliation, yep. So a little 5-on-4 here. And the Sooners will start from the neutral zone. Secord, that tipped by Simpson. Bickford will send this one around for Secord. Now Bickford puts on the brakes, cuts in front. Now Glass.
Good pressure here by Simpson.
Yeah. Secord able to gain the zone. Secord to Bickford. Secord down to Glass, back to Secord, and that goes off the post and out.
Nice play there by Secord. Goes down low, Glass. Glass gives it right back to him, and he doesn't waste any time with it. Doesn't dust it off, just rips it.
Yeah.
He beat Wakeland. Wakeland didn't even see it. And he's thanking his crossbar because that was labeled.
Absolutely. So Mikhailov will step in for the draw with Payne. Blake to Bickford across for Secord. Secord, that shot's deflected in front. Blake to Secord, quick shot across.
Blocked by Dubecki.
Now Bickford from the top, across for Secord. He'll hold, sends it across to Glass. He's snuffed out by Shura. Now,
nice play,
Skro, and he sends it out. Culbertson Bond will start things up. It's left for Bickford. Bickford sends that forward to Prouty. Bit of a scrum down in the far end. Sinclair able to come up with it. Pressured, though, is Burton. This one sent down in front. Back to Prouty off the Broncos. Now Reyes, that shot wide. With it, Evitt. To Prouty, to Reyes. To Reyes. Shot, and that's gloved by Wakeland. And the Broncos are full strength.
Sooners getting some good looks, though.
Yeah.
Secord off the crossbar. Another one in the slot there. Trying to get the one-timer. Secord and Bickford.
In for the draw was Sykes. With it, Guerra. Taken over by Bassett. Bassett with a quick shot. Able to deflect that is Wakeland. Now back to Secord. McKinley with a shot that gets deflected and heads off to the far corner. Bombardier. Able to come up with it is Sykes. To Simpson. He'll chip it forward. That's picked off by Swearingen. He's laid out. And that's going to be a penalty coming up on the Broncos as well. They're going to call an elbow.
I thought that
was a good hit.
Pretty clean shoulder to chest, but
wow.
Just keep your composure. Keep your composure.
Yeah, that looked like full body in front, right? And you have the back.
Thought he kept his elbow tucked, but
yeah, you have the back official
he's right,
calling it.
Yeah, I mean he's in a great spot to make the call. But if you're the Broncos, gotta kill it again.
Right. So this one won by Mikhailov, taken over though by Bickford, over to Secord.
Nice stick
able to
there.
Pick it off.
Send him.
Was Skro, now Mikhailov. Mikhailov gains the zone, sends it across, that's broken up by the Sooners. Glass has it. He has Secord, sends it forward. Play broken up by Mikhailov and Payne. Now, Sooners shoot and score, and that's Glass with the goal, and it's a 5-3 hockey game.
A nice little play there by the Sooners. They gain the line. Secord, he's been noticeable tonight. Ducks inside, slides it down low. Glass, and he just throws it on net. Instead of a bad angle, but he beats Wakeland underneath the blocker. 5-3. Sooners have put up a ton of shots this period too, James. I think the shots were 37-12 or so, or 33.
17 early in the period.
So, Sooners definitely more shots, more jump, more energy than they had last night.
Now Tivers in for the draw. This one back. Reyes with it. McMahon pressuring. Reyes sends it right out. And that one's going to come all the way in.
Yeah, it'll stay in. Reyes unable to use that short glass on the sides here in the Bronco barn.
So Tivers and Prouty. This one went back to Kraus. Taken over by the Sooners. This is Payne. Payne able to gain the zone. Prouty taken over by Kraus. He chips it a little bit for Hemming.
Nice play.
Over to Tivers. He winds up, shoots, and that's gloved by Culbertson Bond.
Nice play there by Hemming. Able to ride that stick check. Pokes it forward to Tivers. Tivers just decides to get over the line and rip it.
So we'll see Blaha, Mikhailov, and Iha step out for the Broncos. Mikhailov. Both sides get the warning. 7:11 remaining in the third. And it's going to be another penalty on the Broncos. It's going to be a delay of game. Iha is going to go.
Yep.
And the face-off heads all the way back down.
Got the warning and gets the penalty. Broncos sort of just...
Yup.
I don't know.
So Sykes will step in for the draw.
You got a way to sort of stem the tide here and just stay out of the box. Keep giving the Sooners chances.
Yep. Secord with it. Kraus pressuring. Payne and Sykes do battle. With it is Glass. Then taken over again by Payne. Back to Glass. Looking to try and tuck that around. And we're going to have a delay here for the net coming off.
Yeah, Glass and Kraus kind of come together. Net comes off. Able to make a change, though, because it wasn't intentionally knocked off.
Yeah. 6:42 remaining in the third period. 21-38, the shots. And 1:31 remaining on the delay of game penalty. This one pops out. Oh, able to go off as Secord and Bickford met. Moyer pressuring, but almost an opportunity for Moyer to be off to the races. Secord sends this to Bickford. Bickford met by Burton. Broncos able to send this one all the way down. Secord will start it up. Broncos able to get a full change. This one sent forward for Bickford from Martin. Dubecki will battle with Blake. Coming up with it was Prouty. Back to Sinclair. Wakeland able to kick that one away. Now Skro. Skro takes it to the outside. Able to cut, shot. And holding on to that one is Culbertson Bond once again, but a great opportunity there for Skro.
Yeah, I thought Skro might be able to use those jets of his. Maybe go off to the races. See if we can get another shorthanded chance when he was denied the penalty shot earlier in the game. Sort of bobbled off his stick, so he had to divert course.
In for the draw is Sykes. Martin will take it for the Sooners. To Evett. He'll carry it around. Able to almost get to the Broncos zone, and Simpson able to send it all the way down. 10 seconds remaining on the penalty to the Broncos. 5:20 remaining in the period. This one sent all the way down. And we'll have an icing.
Sort of an unnecessary icing to take.
Yeah.
Reyes just steps out and tries to.
I think they were thinking that it went off the glove of, I think it was Sinclair. Dubecki sends that one through. Wide, Evitt with it.
Back to full strength of the Broncos here after killing off another one. Now just end it. No more penalties.
Yeah. Starting things off here, Reyes. Dubecki drops back for Simpson. Sooners will work for a change. Picked up by Dubecki. He'll send it in. That'll go wide. Culbertson Bond. Now Guerra will battle with Bassett. And Swearingen. Picked up by Secord. Guerra able to come up with the puck. Swearingen meets Simpson, who ducks out of the way of Bassett. Now McKinley sends it to the middle. That's picked off and tipped by the Broncos. Wakeland backhands it around for Wells. Wells to McMahon. McMahon tries to send that through. That's picked up by Swearingen. Now Tivers. Over to Bombardier. He sends it deep. That'll get picked up by Swearingen. He's met by McMahon. Now Bombardier, quick tip in front. That goes to the favor of Davison for the Sooners as he heads down the other way. Play broken up. Bickford able to pick it up. He cuts to the middle, tries to get a shot off, unable to do so, and Bombardier able to send it to the outside. Sooners with it again. They shoot, and that goes wide and high of Wakeland. Tivers sends it around for Bombardier. That gets chipped forward by Hemming. 3:08 remaining. Now Mikhailov able to pick a pocket. He'll work his way up. He puts on the gas. Looks, shoots. And that gets held. And the net will come off with 2:57 remaining in the third period.
The Russian gas? Yeah, and he almost took that. Looked like he was going to go short side there and just kind of hit the side of the net. Looked like he might have had Culberson Bond beat over the right-hand shoulder there.
Mikhailov in for the draw. Eha jumps in there. Mikhailov battling still. Eha to Kraus. Burton. He'll send it down deep. Taken over by the Sooners, Wilson. Now Blaha kind of tucks that one forward. Wilson sends it through. Kraus able to send it deep for the Broncos. Secord with it. He's met by Eha. Now Blaha. Up for Burton. Burton sends that one down. That's picked up by Eha. Now Mikhailov. Shoots, that goes wide. Kraus able to keep it down. Secord sends it out to center. That's picked up by Burton. Pressuring is Moyer. Now Payne. Wakeland able to cover. But another loose rebound that pops out in front on Wakeland.
Yep, this time he's able to smother. Got a couple D-men around him this time to pick up the loose pieces. 1:56 still to go. Broncos looking to close it out here.
Sooners try and take a shot there, and off to the races, though, is Skro. Skro shoots, that goes wide. That kept in, now Tivers with it. Tivers shoots, and that's held on to, and Glass with a late cross check to the back of Tivers. Wow.
didn't even really see it. I was looking out here. Tivers sort of got...
Yeah, Tivers was in front, takes the shot, Glass after the whistle with the cross check to the back.
There you go.
No call.
Lost his glove and stick in the process. Looks like he's no worse for wear, though.
Tivers steps in for the draw. Now, Wells. Waits, shoots, that goes just wide.
Nice shot there by Wells. Right on his eyes.
Sent down by Martin. Prouty. Broncos able to send it out. Secord with it. Looks like we're going to have a delayed penalty on the Broncos. And it's going to be a cross check.
Yeah, going to be Wells for a cross check.
Yeah.
Comes together with Prouty after Tivers had knocked him over into Wells. And as they're getting up and separated, Wells kind of gives him an extra.
So I think the story of the third period for the Broncos has just been a revolving door to the penalty box.
There has been, yep.
And it looks like the Sooners are going to go ahead and take a timeout here with 1:20 remaining. So you have the power play. You pull your goalie, try and get a couple of quick ones. Or at least get it to 1 point.
I think you do, yeah. 6-on-4.
And that's what they're going to do.
We talk about it pretty often. Every coach is different, though, right?
Yeah. You're going to get that extra man. So, looks like the Sooners will pull their netminder. The Broncos will be facing a 6-on-4. And we'll wait. But just a bunch of ill-advised penalties here towards the end of the period. So the Sooners will send out Glass, Payne, Blake, Bickford, Secord, and Martin to try and get this to within one. Sykes will step in for the draw. Sykes in for the draw. Bickford wins it. Sykes and him get tied up. Blake will start with it. Pressuring was Sykes. Blake to Bickford. This one sent in deep. Dubecki will send this one around and out, and that'll come all the way back for Bickford. 53 seconds remaining in the period. Wakeland comes out, he'll play it, sends it forward for Dubecki. Coming up with that one, Shura. Bit of a battle down low. This one sent up top for Bickford over to Secord. Bickford with a shot, that gets deflected by one of his own players in front, and the Broncos able to send this one all the way down with 24 seconds remaining. Now Bickford. Kraus sends this one out to center. Bickford sends it back in deep. 10 seconds remaining. Burton. Kraus rims it all the way around. And that will do it as the Broncos take game 2, 5-3. That'll do it. Curtis, who is your Papa J's player of the game?
Man.
It's a battle tonight.
It is a battle tonight. I thought all four lines were pulling pretty good. Wouldn't say it was the best game the Broncos have played, but they do get a professional 5-3 win. And I'm going to go with number 11, Jeff Redman. He had a goal last night, gets another goal tonight. He was in the mix, he was in the battle. So my Papa J's player of the game is going to be number 11, Jeff Redman.
Awesome.
I don't think
he was grinding, right?
I don't think I've picked him this year. I don't think we've picked him this year to this point.
Battled, he gets that 10-minute towards the end, but it's one of those things, though, like, where did that happen?
I honestly, I don't even know how he got to 10, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I kind of forgot that he had the 10, but he got a goal. He got a goal last night, so we're going to go with Redman tonight.
Redman with the Papa J's player of the game, and who are your other 2 stars?
My other 2 stars are going to be number 29, Artem Shura. He plays every minute of the penalty kill. And the Broncos were on the penalty kill pretty much the entire third period. He was grinding. He was winning pucks. He blocked a shot off his foot. So number 29, Artem Shura, is going to be the second star. And the third star this evening, inserted into the lineup, and he thought he brought the juice tonight. Number 22, Fraser McMahon.
Yeah.
I thought he was good to row. I thought he had energy. I thought his compete level. I thought he complimented Redman and Hemming. I thought that was a really, really, really good line tonight.
Yeah.
I also thought the Tivers line pretty solid, and I think there another shout out, maybe guy that maybe could have got another star was Scrow.
Yeah.
He had the shorty that possibly could have been a penalty shot.
Right.
He was all over the place. He kills penalties. That line too, and I just went with McMahon because I thought McMahon, fresh into the lineup, and I thought he provided a little bit of a jolt. So
right, absolutely.
Recapping, my 3 stars are number 3, Fraser McMahon, second star, Artem Shura, and our first star tonight and Papa J's player of the game, number 11, Jeff Redman.
Absolutely. Well, we will be back in January as the Broncos get ready for the Oklahoma Showcase, I believe is where they will start things off. But next week, the Broncos...
January the 13th, James. We are going to be in the booth every game.
Every game.
9 games, I think we're going to call.
Yeah, because I took some vacation for that
Same. Can't wait. Oregon on January the 13th, and they're going to play Minot, who's going to come into town after we go up there this weekend, and then Midland on Saturday. So it's going to be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday? No,
it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So the 13th is the Friday, 14th the Saturday, and then the 15th to cap off a 3-3 against Midland.
Absolutely. So as we say goodbye to 2022, we also say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and we hope that you guys have a great new year. This is James Jalbert with Curtis Johnson, Bronco Hockey Live.